As far as I remember, I always loved cars.
I can't remember when I got into them, but I can remember the first car I ever took apart. It was with my friend Nathan Steinke. We were freshmen in high school, and he had this like old 1983 Corolla wagon.
My dad, in his Mini Cooper S, I used to sit on his lap, and I couldn't reach the pedals, but I could do the steering wheel.
Just as a child, playing with my cars, aligning the cars, and just to look at them, it was like good memories. We are all car lovers in the studio.
これは512BB の KD なんですが、こっちはローレルのね。
Everybody likes cars. Let's have some fun. I don't know when I started liking cars. I think I just always have. I've always had Hot Wheels and remote control cars. My dad always had old BMWs.
Ever since cars first kind of ran, then this humans have been fascinated by.
Since my childhood, it's always strong memories with my family, with my brother, my father, going to see Formula One and MotoGP.
Roberts,
Or just having the opportunity to look and to go into a very beautiful car because my father is a car addict, I would say.
My dad was a huge amateur car enthusiast, so he had a succession of Mini Cooper S's and Lotus Elans and so forth, and he used to tinker around with them. He bought the Lotus Elans, they came in kits, a kind of great time helping him and putting the car together. From a very young age, really, from certainly by the time I was 10 or 11, then I wanted to be a designer of racing cars.
自分が小さい頃の目的で、これを作ったことによってプラモデルが発売される。通常はこれを作ったらプラモデルが発売されるんだけど。
My dad says that him having a fast car saved my life when I was a kid, taking me to the hospital, and he said, like my mom said that like the tires never touched the road. So in more than one way, I think I owe cars my life.
This is the latest Nissan GTR.
This is the first Nissan GTR, and this is every Nissan GTR in between.
Today, we are doing the coolest thing that I think we've ever done, or at least one of them. We have every single Nissan GTR, all 8 generations in one place. We're at the legendary Willow Springs racetrack. It's really the first car that a lot of my friends and peers remember getting really, really excited about. You know, we saw it in a video game. And it turns out that there's like a bunch of them and a really strong community here in Southern California, and we were able to, you know, pull a lot of strings and get them all here to sort of tell the history.
This is the best day.
This is the best day.
They're a little tight.
These are very small seats. Okay.
All right, let's go. Don't wreck.
で僕らはあくまでも公道を走るためのカスタマイザーだから、その GTR に憧れて GTR 仕様を GTX バージョンとかで作り上げたっていう、それが僕らの中の車のドライバーライセンスを取った時の日本のカルチャーなんですね。それで人とこう負けん気が強いから、人よりもこう目立ちたいっていうところからノーマル車から自分のオリジナル感を出すためのカスタム。
Who embodies car culture? Essentially, that's the question we are trying to answer, and there's no exhaustive answer to that.
I'd say right now I would define car culture as very diverse. There's something for everybody.
Ultimately, it also has to make sense creatively, so it's a fine balance taking into account very different factors, starting with the player interest.
When we wanted to deliver the experience for the Crew Motorfest, we designed since the beginning something we call the playlists. And the playlist, it's a story around a car culture experience. And we wanted to play with all ingredients we have in the game to craft something very unique around a brand, a model, a star, a car customizer.
今の若い子たちとかすごいゲームやるじゃないですか。その車のゲームから車に興味を持ってもらう。僕らの時代ってミニカーとかプラモデルから車に興味持ったりするんだけど。
Red Bull's always enjoyed all sorts of different sports, different avenues, and for us to be able to add to that culture of gaming and to be able to promote it and give people opportunities in that area is fabulous.
The crew worked with us really closely to take all the elements that make Donut Donut from our shows and videos.
More power, baby! Yeah!
There's a Mo Power Baby event. That's like probably my most known thing. Just scream it. There's donut imagery, donut branding, a lot of our catchphrases, and just everything that makes Donut Donut, and put it in the crew.
Motorsport, I think, is being a passion where you're combining engineering and driving into one area. And I think that's what makes Formula One in particular, motor racing in general, but in particular Formula One, unique in the world of sport, that it is man and machine.
For me, car culture is an umbrella word that we use to encompass very different feelings and ways of considering the cars.
And I think that's perhaps what makes it so fascinating, that it can be everything from taking pride from washing your car on a Sunday morning to taking it to the pub on a nice sunny day, or going for a lovely drive through the woods or whatever it might be, or wooded lane I should say.
And we all have something to tell from a design perspective or a dream that can bring.
When I was a kid, I would get magazines, and I would have like 4 cars a month to look at. And like now, like you can just go to YouTube or like anywhere else on the internet and see whatever you want to see. You know, they're like muscle cars, like Japanese imports, European cars, tiny little Japanese K cars with like little tiny wheels that are like slammed, like big trucks. Like you can be into and find other people that are into whatever you like.
So the definition of car culture is it's diverse, it's universal, and could be thousands of stories and personal stories for each one.